Would you like your children to never have cavities, bad breath, and for their teeth to grow in straight and healthy? But this is impossible to achieve without regular care. And kids can't stand brushing their teeth. Tantrums, tricks, outright sabotage. Sound familiar? Little ones don't understand why it's necessary. Teenagers get lazy, and the result is always the same yellowing enamel. The first fillings, extracted teeth, and visits to the dentist. The good news is that it is still possible to teach a child proper hygiene. The main thing is to turn the routine into a game and choose the right product. If this sounds familiar, then watch until the end. Let's start with this. Who teaches a child to brush their teeth? It should definitely be an authoritative or significant adult. Mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, uncle, and whoever the child listens to best. And most importantly, our authoritative adult must know how to brush their own teeth properly. It's also necessary to monitor how well our child is brushing their teeth. To help with this, there are special tablets and gels for plaque detection. The principle of using such tablets or gels is that you chew the tablet or apply the gel, spit it out, and then you can see the colored, uncleaned plaque. Another important element is proper toothbrushing. Everything is the same as for adults. We brush teeth from the gum toward the edge of the tooth, that is, from bottom to top on the lower jaw and from top to bottom on the upper jaw. The next important element is choosing the right toothbrush and toothpaste. Be sure to check the age labeling and select the toothpaste and toothbrush according to the child's age. An important life hack when choosing toothpaste and a toothbrush for preschool children is to involve them in selecting their own toothpaste and toothbrush. A child who has chosen a toothpaste and toothbrush they like will be much more willing to use them. After all, it's their choice. Fortunately, there is now a wide variety of toothpaste and toothbrushes featuring different cartoon characters, shapes, scents, and colors. So turn buying toothpaste and a toothbrush into a real celebration. I'd be interested to know which toothpaste and toothbrush your child uses and how you teach your child to brush their teeth. Write your answers in the comments. We've divided children's ages into 3 subgroups because each subgroup requires a specific approach. You can see the timing for each on the screen. Skip ahead to the age group you need. The first subgroup is from 0 to 3 years old. The most important question: when should you start brushing teeth that haven't even appeared yet? We start cleaning the non-existent teeth, or more precisely, the gums from the very first days of life. After each feeding, the mother takes a sterile cotton or gauze pad, moistens it with boiled water, and wipes the gums after every meal. This helps us prevent an unpleasant condition known as newborn thrush. And most importantly, this already starts to teach our baby that after every meal, something needs to be cleaned in the mouth. And as soon as the first tooth appears, surely at around 6 months, get a special finger toothbrush. It is made of silicone, very soft and gentle. And we start using it to clean our baby's tooth. An important point is that when cleaning the first teeth, we do not use toothpaste. Dentists recommend using toothpaste only from the age of 2. From the age of 2, we can already get the child a special children's toothbrush with a silicone tip, which allows for safe and non-traumatic cleaning. It is during this period that our 2-year-old child is very good at imitating their parents. That's why it's essential to involve your child in the toothbrushing ritual, both in the morning and in the evening. Children are very willing to imitate their parents. The period from 0 to 3 years is the most fundamental, and it is precisely at this time that a child acquires foundational habits and is easiest to teach. Of course, during this period, a child will never be able to brush their teeth thoroughly on their own. The main goal during this period is to establish a solid foundation for the future habit of brushing teeth twice a day. The next stage is from 3 to 7 years old. In fact, this is the easiest, most relaxed, and playful period. It is during this time that our child understands and listens more. So if you start teaching your child to brush their teeth at this age, it will also be very good and, most importantly, easy. The first thing you need to do is definitely involve your child in choosing their toothpaste and toothbrush. This will help a lot and, most importantly, motivate your child to pick up their toothpaste and toothbrush more often. It is during this period that the most important thing happens. We begin to encourage and motivate our child. This means that we reward our child for brushing their teeth correctly and regularly. As a rule, you can use a regular calendar for this, where the child marks each day that they brush their teeth. And definitely at the end, this can be at the end of the week or at the end of the month, they receive some kind of reward or prize. This will help you teach your child to brush their teeth much faster and develop this essential habit, which will benefit them throughout their life and keep their teeth healthy for years to come. A very important life hack to help your child brush their teeth more thoroughly and correctly. Use a special plaque disclosing agents and organize a game with your child called Carefully Clean the Dark Spots. In this game, the child will brush away the colored, unclean plaque, and it is precisely this that will teach them to brush their teeth more effectively. A child brushes their teeth just like an adult twice a day, in the morning and in the evening. The recommendations for choosing a toothbrush and toothpaste are exactly the same as for all children, according to labeling and age. From the age of 3, it is already possible to use an electric toothbrush. Most modern toothbrushes have a special app that shows how well the child is brushing their teeth. Modern electric toothbrushes have special sound and light signals that engage children and help make the brushing process more interesting and captivating. This particular period is very favorable for developing the habit of brushing teeth, because it is during this time that your child listens to you and imitates your actions. That's why you should always brush your teeth together with your child and explain why it is important. Tell your child about the harm of excessive sugar consumption. The next period is from 7 to 17 years old. It is during this time that the process of replacing temporary baby teeth with permanent ones begins. This period is especially important for oral hygiene because baby teeth affected by cavities can infect our permanent teeth. At this age, encouragement alone may not be enough to motivate the child. So the so-called socialization process takes place, where we explain that fresh breath and beautiful teeth are about caring for friends, those around you, and your appearance, in order to be liked by boys and girls. And this will help them communicate more easily with others. From the age of 12, we can use toothbrushes and toothpastes exactly the same as those used by regular adults. Why specifically from the age of 12? Because manufacturers use special ingredients that are not harmful, even if a child swallows them. From 6 to 12 years old, dental floss and thread can be used, but only under strict adult supervision. Or better yet, consult a dentist. Dental floss helps prevent cavities and removes plaque from hard-to-reach places where a toothbrush can't get. We divided children's ages this way so that you can fit into any of these periods. If you miss the window from 0 to 3, then be sure to start from 3 to 7. If you miss the window from 3 to 7, then start from 7 to 17. It's never too late to teach a child how to brush their teeth properly. Each period has its own major advantages for developing the habit of brushing your child's teeth. What should you do if it's not working out for you? Your main tools are awareness, patience, and perseverance. Only these will allow us to properly and systematically build our child's habits. But if you are still having difficulties developing the habit of brushing teeth and have questions, be sure to seek medical advice from a dentist. When you are looking for or choosing a dentist and clinic, You should first visit the dentist on your own, without your child. Be sure to tell the dentist about your child, what habits they have, what they are afraid of, what they like, and only after that should you come to the appointment with your little patient. This will help establish a connection between the doctor and our future little patient. Subscribe to the channel, give it a like, and I will regularly release useful videos for you. Stay healthy. Take care of yourself and your loved ones.